I'd like to call the meeting to order. And at this time, Ms. Peters will do our invocation.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I can't seem to pull it up.
Well, we will have a moment of silence. How's that? Thank you. And I believe Emery Hartley is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Is that correct?
Good grief.
Thank you. And now, Mr. David Thompson is going to lead us in the school spotlight, I believe.
Thank you, Emery. Greetings, Chairman Kraft, members of the board, and Superintendent Dr. Lutz. I'm David Thompson, Assistant Principal at J.P. Knapp Early College High School, filling in for our principal, Christian Lowe. Mr. Lowe really wanted to be here tonight, but he's unable to attend due to a death in his family. Our prayers are with him and his family. Since J.P. Knapp School opened its doors to students nearly 100 years ago, the school has been constantly evolving to serve the ever-changing needs of the Currituck County community. Since 2008, this building has served as the home of J.P. Knapp Early College High School with the focus of helping first-generation college students achieve an associate's degree. Integral to our mission is a career focus for our students. Tonight, Ms. Crystal Schultz, one of our beloved teachers and lead sophomore seminar teacher, is going to introduce you to Genesis Fernandez, Lauren Duchille, and Siani Cordy about one of our valuable student engagement initiatives, the Job Shadow Program. May I introduce you to Ms. Schultz? Thank you.
Thank you.
I am so excited to share this program with you. I am the lead person, but not the only person that helps this event. We do have 3 other seminar teachers. Vicki Turner, Megan Frazier, and Aaron Young are also part of this program. On October the 16th, we're going to send all of our sophomores out to do job shadowing, and our hope is that they spend at least 4 hours in that job shadowing position. And if not, the whole day. All right, so we really want our students to have some of those first steps into their future, their personal directions of the careers that they are interested in, whether they're going to go straight into their career or they're going to go to university or possibly enlist. We want to have them ready for that next step. Now, we spend a lot of time prepping our students. We don't just say, here's job shadowing and throw them out there. So one of the first things we do is make sure that they understand what job shadowing is, and we bring in students to talk about their previous job shadowing experiences. So we had 4 students at that time. The students we have with us today, in addition, was Kayla Harrison. She's just not able to be here tonight. They went in and shared those experiences with our current sophomores. As soon as they find that out, we then have them get in there and complete a career interest survey so they can find out not just about the one career they're thinking about, but looking at career clusters. What are some other careers that I may not know about that are still tied to my interest? The next step is for them to start searching for sites in our community that they can job shadow in their career interest. And finally, the step that's probably most difficult for our students is when they contact their hosts. So we want to prep them for that too. And so we do have a script, and we do have them fill in their information for who they're calling ahead of time. They practice it with partners to make sure that they are feeling confident the minute they get on that phone and start making those contacts. Once they have secured a job shadowing site, they'll begin to research that particular profession. So now they know exactly what to expect when they go into that job shadowing event. We'll also spend some time honing those observation and interview skills. We want to make sure that they know what they're looking for and that they're communicating well so that they leave with the best experience that they can from that job shadowing event. We make sure we also discuss appropriate attire for the workplace, depending upon where they choose to be. Because certainly, if you are going to the courthouse or going to a garage, there's, different attire for that. So we make sure that we've had a discussion about that. Finally, after our job shadowing, we follow up with our students do write personal thank yous to every host that's agreed to help us with this program. And they do a reflection presentation, so they reflect on their experience, put together a Google presentation that they then share with all of the other sophomores as well. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to our students that participated last year. This is going to be the most exciting information, certainly, is to hear from them. So, Genesis, are you going to go first? All right, so Genesis is going to share.
Good evening. My name is Genesis Fernandez. I would like to start off by thanking the Board of Education for giving me this opportunity to share my job shadowing experience. When we were told that we had to job shadow, I had no idea what career I wanted to go into. But I did know that speaking two languages was something that was very important to me. This led to me choosing to job shadow at the ESL department in Elizabeth City. I really enjoyed my time there, but it also helped me realize that working within the ESL department doesn't suit me. Overall, this experience helped me realize the importance of being bilingual because it will open up a lot more job opportunities, considering the fact that there are a lot of people coming from foreign countries into the States. Growing up, I didn't speak much Spanish, but I would often see people who didn't speak English around me, and they would struggle with things that occurred daily. Going through this job shadow was an amazing opportunity and opened my eyes to realize that being bilingual could not only help my future self, but could also help others. This also brought it to my attention that I should dedicate more time into being more fluent in Spanish. Even though this isn't a career I would like to go into, I still learned a lot from this experience. Again, I would like to thank the Board of Education for allowing me to share my experiences and my knowledge. Lauren?
Okay. Push it up? Okay. Okay. Hello. Before I get started, I want to say thank you for the letting, oh my God. Thank you for, oh my God. Thank you for the Board of Education and for letting me have this opportunity. My name is Lauren DeShiel, and I'm a junior at JP Knapp Early College. Last year for my job shadowing experience, I went to the local Currituck County Sheriff's Office near the YMCA. As our day got started, he told us about his daily routine. Next, we worked with the canines, and we got to try the bite suits. They were able to protect them and train them. Our last thing we were able to do is a sense test. The officer that we were job shadowing, he took a sweatshirt and hid it somewhere where the dog was able to find, and it lasted a couple seconds. For this job shadowing experience, I find it always good to try different opportunities, and for my opportunity, I learned that I did not want to become a canine trainer or an officer, but I found my love for animals, and it's always good to branch out and try different things. Thank you for your time, and have a good evening. Great.
Hi, my name is Siani Cordy. It's a pleasure to be here. I chose to shadow at Greenbrier Regional Medical Center. Initially, I wanted to become a nurse because I've always loved helping people, and a lot of women in my family were nurses. But shadowing there helped me realize that I did not want to be a nurse because I didn't really like taking care of people physically and being there for them like hand and foot. I'd rather help them in a more mental way by being a psychotherapist. I love talking to people. I love giving my advice. So I really think that it would be a really great career for me to go into. People always tell me, oh, you're really talkative, you're really nice, you're easygoing, like I can open up to you. So I really think that it would be a really great job for me to go into. And even though I can't help people physically, I love to be there for them mentally to help them grow. So also thank you for letting me be here. Really appreciate it.
Right, as you can tell, this job shadowing experience sometimes reinforces with their career choices. Other times it helps them discover that they have a love somewhere else. But every one of them come back really excited about this experience, and they've reflected and they've learned something from it. Now, before we end our part, do you have any questions for them?
I would encourage them to continue exploring careers. Much better to find out now that you don't want to do that career than after you go to school to do it.
Yes, for sure.
And yes, mental health is just as important as any health. So that's a great field. And thank you, ladies. You all did a great job.
Yes, you did an amazing job.
And thank all of you for this opportunity. It's a pleasure, truly.
Hey, Genesis.
Thank you all. Thank you. Great job. Thank you. We really appreciate it. At this time, the Moayak Women's Club is going to come forward. I believe it's Mrs. Brumsey and Mrs. Waugh.
We can move this down. Good evening. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your agenda this evening. My name is Joanna Brumsey, and I'm president of the Moayak Women's Club. And with me tonight is Jamie Waugh. And then, of course, you know Janet Rose, who sits on the board, is also part of our club. So thank you for having us tonight. 2023 marks our 100-year anniversary of when the club was founded in this county. Two of our bedrock service areas are education and fighting hunger in the county. Each year we hold a Whiteout for Hunger Gala, which Jamie Waugh chairs. We've done it 5 years. The donations go directly to the local food pantries and a mobile food pantry in Currituck County that's run by the Albemarle Food Bank. During just the last 2 years, we have donated over $30,000 to this cause as a result of our galas. Yay. In honor of our 100 years, we wanted to bring together both of our passions and carve out $100 per each elementary school in the county from this year's gala proceeds in response to a need that was brought to our attention by the parents of children attending those schools. These funds will be directed to the nurse's office. Hopefully they will use the money to fill a food pantry within their office that children can use that come to school hungry during the day and can't participate in snack time. We hope that this will be the beginning of another great partnership. But since you've allowed us to be on the agenda, I want to tell you about a couple of other partnerships that we have with the school systems to make sure that everybody's aware of them. The first one is several years ago, we started a project that we call No Worries, Period. That's a project that we started at both high schools that has now gone into our middle schools and the elementary schools. We ensure that every nurse's station within all of those schools are stocked with feminine products of all kinds and clean undergarments so that the ladies can continue to attend school and not have to worry about embarrassment or concern over having an accident during the school day. We welcome any donations. The second opportunity that I wanted to tell you about is our scholarship program. We offer 2 scholarships to graduating seniors, either from Currituck County High School or JP Knapp. The first scholarship is a 4-year degree program for $1,500, and the second scholarship is for someone that's attending a technical program for $1,000. We hope that you guys will come away with the knowledge of that and spread it. We tend to have several 4-year program applicants each year, but we don't seem to get very many technical program applicants, so we hope that making you aware of this, that maybe you'll help to support and promote that application. For our 4-year recipient, in addition to the scholarship, we have had a tradition for at least 10 years, if not 15, of holding a college shower for that recipient where they end up receiving almost everything that they need for their dorm room. So that's anywhere from another $500 to $1,000 that we will spend on that recipient to get them ready for college. So we're excited about that program, and we're really excited about the No Worries Period project. So both of these originated, or all of these have originated from needs that have come to our attention. So we really want to encourage people in the community and people on the board to come to us with needs in the school. We know there are other organizations such as Currituck Kids that do help solve these problems, but we're there, and we do a pretty good job with a small group of raising funds and trying to meet needs within the school system. So please use this as an open door to come to us anytime that you have needs. So thank you for your attention, and we look forward to the next 100 years. And we would also like for you to mark your calendars for March 16th, and we will be holding our next White Out for Hunger Gala, again, to raise money for the local food pantries, the schools, and the mobile food truck that's run by the food bank. So thank you very much for your attention. And we do have the gift cards.
Miss Dowdy.
Okay.
Are,
Do you mind to come around?
Oh.
So I can grab a picture?
sure. Oh, okay.
I want to thank the Moyoc Women's Club. They're being very humble about this shower. I was very fortunate. My daughter received one of the scholarships from the Women's Club. This is more than just a little party that these ladies throw. I mean, Reagan, in addition to the $1,500 scholarship, I literally bought nothing for her dorm room.
That's great.
They had sheets, comforter, the refrigerator, her television, everything. And it was just unbelievable, the generosity of this group of women, of what they do for our students. So thank you.
Thanks, Dana.
Thank you.
And I did notice that Mrs. Wood's eyes lit up when you talked about the technological scholarship, because
Yes.
she's already writing it down, I can tell you.
Please. Well, this year, the scholarships, we are going to make them available online, which we understand that makes it a little bit easier for the kids to respond to the scholarship. So we're going to change it up this year. But yes, please, please push it, because we have not actually given that scholarship out but about twice, I bet, in 10 years.
Which is crazy.
So, anyway.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure. And I didn't have to wear my glasses.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for all you do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next item of business is the approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as it is listed?
I make a motion that we approve the agenda.
Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Okay. All those in favor of approval of the agenda, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, our next order of business is the work session review from Dr. Lutz.
We had a very interesting discussion presented by my future NC with Angie Jenkins, the Regional Impact Manager. We took a look at our data, both in the county and within our school system, highlighted some positives, looked at areas of improvement, and I think it sparked some great discussion and is going to continue. Well, you continue to use that as it largely mirrors much of what our strategic plan is with enroll, enlist, employ, and certainly has aspiring goals. Took a look at our student enrollment data. Currently, we are up around 100 students from the end of last school year. And we also took a first look at facility use fees, both for interior buildings and also exterior grounds. And we're going to continue that discussion moving forward.
Okay, thank you. We next come to the public comment session. The public comment session is a time when an individual or a group can address the board about our schools. This is not a time to speak about issues or concerns involving identifiable personnel or students. Matters of this nature should be submitted in writing to the superintendent, and your concerns will be addressed. Individuals or groups will be called in the order in which they signed up and will be asked to limit their remarks to 3 minutes. Please state your name and address when you come up. And we have one person that signed up, and that's Mrs. Virginia Arrington.
Good evening, Chairperson Kraft, members of the board, and Dr. Lutz. My name is Virginia Arrington. I live at 147 Elizabeth Circle in Moyoc. I am so excited tonight to share that Currituck County Schools will hold a parent meeting at Currituck County Middle School on October 10th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. we are able to partner with Trillium, who will sponsor a program titled Youth Culture Opioids 101. This interactive session examines the prevalence and consequences of opioid use, including prescription pain medicine, in our communities. The session includes how to recognize risk factors, youth perception of risk, scope of the opioid problem, signs and symptoms, and action steps to help protect your family and community. Participants will receive resources and tools to help guide conversations with their children and to support monitoring, securing, and disposing of medications. Information will be published next week on the Currituck County Schools webpage and social media platforms. The information will include a QR code with an opportunity to pre-register. We look forward to this informative session. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, we have student board member report. Ms. Scarlett Stalitz, would you help us out with that?
Thank you. First, tonight I'm going to start with Central Elementary School. Happy new school year. We are excited to share with you that Central Elementary SRO Deputy Curran did a special reading to Officer Buckle and Gloria by Peggy Rathman to our second grade classes. We are also thrilled to have special guests Deputy West and K9 Brutus join in on the read aloud. It was a fun and engaging experience for everyone involved. As we approach the middle of the first 9 weeks, each day at Central Elementary is an opportunity to soar into new heights. We are looking forward to seeing all of our students learn and grow as they gain new skills. Thank you for your continued support and dedication to our school community. Next is Currituck County High. CCHS students Anaya Hancock, Morgan Carroll, and Riley Parker have been nominated for the prestigious Moorhead Kane Scholarship. Riley Parker and Landon Noss have been awarded the National Rural and Small Town Award from the College Board. 2023 graduate Zachary Beagle's performance on the AP research exam in May of 2023 was so superior that it falls into a rather select category. Zachary not only received the top score of 5, but was also one of only 357 students in the world to earn every point possible on the AP research exam, receiving the maximum score on each portion of the exam. Next is Currituck County Middle. This past Tuesday, 9 of our FFA members, including the officer team, participated in the student-led leadership workshops at the Regional Leadership Conference at North Pitt High School, just out of Greenville, North Carolina. This conference was attended by middle and high school FFA members from all over Eastern North Carolina. Congratulations to our instructional coach, Diane Davenport, who recently won a $2,500 instructional grant from the Dollar General Literacy Foundation. Her and Cindy Walker are working on how to best use that grant for their students here at CCMS. Next will be Griggs Elementary. Griggs has started off strong this school year. We had our first club day on Early Release Friday. We have 13 clubs that students were able to choose from and attend. They had so much fun, including the following: watching a butterfly appear from its chrysalis. Student council students came up with their campaigns to run for the position they want. Art club created a playground out of construction paper. Battle of the Books Club and the Science Club dissected owl pellets. We are so excited to track our attendance data for these fun days and see what great projects each group creates. The Title I and PTO Open House Night will be September 21st from 5 to 6:30 with a surprise guest reader and lots of family fun. Next will be Jarvisburg Elementary. The Jarvisburg Jaguars came back to the school eager and ready to learn. Our PTA had their kickoff meeting and have a great year planned for us. The parent support we have is phenomenal. We have fall pictures on Friday the 22nd and will be sending progress reports home for the first quarter on the 26th. We are thankful for our new SRO deputy, Nora Nichols. She has fit right in with our staff, students, and families. Next is JP Knapp Early College. School performance grades were recently released. JP Knapp is excelled for the 2022-2023 school year, earning an A with a score of 90. Furthermore, JPK exceeded growth expectations, achieving a school growth score of 93.2 and a school growth index of 5.95. Outstanding achievement on both academic and growth metrics. JPK Super Senior Troy Crawford has been nominated to represent North Carolina at the Congress of Future Medical Leaders. The event will take place from June 26th to the 28th at the University of Massachusetts, Lowell. Dr. Mario Capecci endorsed Troy's nomination for his exceptional academics, leadership skills, and commitment to medical service. Congratulations, Troy, on receiving something truly remarkable. Megan Frazier was our JPK Spartan Teacher MVP for the month of August. New to our Spartan team this year, Ms. Frazier has been a valuable addition teaching computer science and project management, facilitating morning announcements, and sponsoring FBLA. We sincerely appreciate her contributions towards student success. Next is Knotts Island Elementary. Knotts Island Elementary is off to a great school year. We are excited to celebrate some of our students and staff. In 5th grade, Sophia S. won some pretty awesome Currituck Sheriff's Office swag after her character name that was chosen to be included in the Superheroes comic book that is being created by the Sheriff's Office. Our very own Miss Haskell was recognized as the District 1 Science Teacher of the Year by North Carolina Science Teachers Association. District 1 includes 17 school districts in northeastern North Carolina, and Miss Haskell brought home the award. In addition, our kindergarten teacher, Miss Pashniak, was chosen to present Linking Literacy to Science and STEM at the North Carolina Science Teachers Association State Conference on November 2nd and 3rd. We are super proud of our students and staff. Next will be Moyock Elementary. Panther Country is thriving in September. Our teachers have been hard at work with incorporating teaching strategies that they learned this summer, and our students have been hard at work honoring their skills in phonics and awareness. We have seen that teachers have been using engaging strategies to have students cite textual evidence in reading passages and to have students be prideful in their math skills in Dreambox. Last but not least, we had a donation from Miss Rhodes, who won the LJ Beaners Back to School raffle and chose for Moyock Elementary to receive the $1,200 donation. Next is Moyock Middle. The Moyock Middle Bulldogs are off and running this year. Our 8th graders participated in the Be Pro, Be Proud event hosted by CTE. We also have new FBLA and board game clubs that will provide extracurricular and social activities. Our student leader Bulldog ambassadors are working with guidance and our incoming students to provide mentoring and peer support for those new to our expanding campus. Ms. Reynolds and Ms. Kelton met with all the students this week to review school expectations as well as highlight opportunities to celebrate success such as our positive referral program, Students of the Month, and upcoming social events and pep rallies. Last but not least is Shawboro Elementary. Shawboro Mustangs are off to a great start this year. Our kids are engaged and ready to learn. Our teachers have reviewed data and made a plan for continued growth. Look at our parent information presentations to be pushed out at the end of the month. These presentations will cover grade level expectations, curriculum, and grading. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, Scarlett.
Thank you.
You had a lot to report on.
Yes, she did. Okay. Next, we have the budget amendments. Ms. Mazzell.
Good evening, Chairman Kraft, fellow board members, and Dr. Lutz. On this evening's agenda, I have 3 budget amendments for your approval. The first in your packet should be the local current expense fund. This amendment nets to 0. We moved budget from general operations system-wide support to general operations instructional services, and that was budget to help cover Cognia and some supplies and materials. Next in your packet should be the other local fund. We had an increase here of $250,265.08. We budgeted for Chromebook fees, the Albemarle Regional Health Grant, Medicaid fee-for-service reimbursement, school technology, as well as carryover funds for Local Foods for Schools, which is a grant, language acquisition, and a past program donation. And then finally, we have capital outlay. We have an increase here of $431,950. This was budgeting for the Jarvisburg and Shawboro Elementary county-paid roof coating projects. And this is part of the additional capital outlay money that the county was kind enough to give us. And I'm almost afraid to say that we may have a budget by the end of the week, because every time I think we're going to have one, we don't. But fingers crossed, hopefully we will have a state budget very soon.
I saw in between leaving there and coming here that they may vote tonight.
Yes. Hopefully.
Any other questions for Ms. Mazzell? Thank you. Thank you so much. So do I have a motion that we approve the budget amendments as Ms. Mazzell presented?
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Or any further discussion or any discussion? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Next, we have field trip request. Dr. Lutz?
We had 2 field trip requests that have already actually occurred, both from our cross-country team, led by our Teacher of the Year, Miss Anita Rubino. One was to Chapel Hill in late August, and another trip to Wilmington 2 weekends ago. She's doing a great job with the team.
Okay, thank you. And next, school construction update, also Dr. Lutz.
Well, this will be a short update as compared to the ones that we've had over the past couple years. Just a quick review, we had a ribbon cutting at Mayock Middle School. The board was there, great pictures, even better facilities. And Mayock Elementary, we now have 2 premier spots in the county for events, the cafeteria there at Mayock Elementary and the new wing, along with the amazing cafeteria and band room and classrooms at Mayock Middle School. So that brings us to the Tulls Creek site. We'll bring forth to the board a name for the possible site that we've been referring to as Tulls Creek at the October meeting, and we are looking for a groundbreaking ceremony. Right now, it is tentatively scheduled for the 27th of October. And we are looking forward to that, as it's been a long journey there, but the commissioners took another step forward in that direction on Monday night with another approval with Sussex, who is the contractor for the job. That's all I have.
Okay. All right, thank you. It's exciting times. Exciting times. Okay, next we need to have action on the consent agenda, so I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda. Do I have a second?
Make a second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Okay, next we have informational items. The Board of Education meeting, next Board of Education meeting will be October 19th, 2023, with a work session at the PLC at 4 p.m. and the Board of Education meeting here at the historic Currituck County Courthouse at 6:30. At this time, we will do board member and superintendent comments, and we'll start with you, Ms. Rose.
Okay. Well, I visited lots of schools too. Didn't make it to all of them, but I loved what I was seeing. Lots of learning, lots of hard work. And I really like seeing our SROs in all of our elementary schools. It's just a good feeling to have one in all of our schools now. Another thing I'm thankful for with our sheriff's department is the lockdown training that they provide for us each year. It's so much going on, and with what's going on even in our state this year, I do feel like our teachers are prepared, our whole faculty and staff's prepared if we need to go into a lockdown situation, thanks to the training provided by the sheriff's department. I want to give a shout out to all the local businesses, churches, individuals who go above and beyond and support our schools. I know there's some churches that will adopt a school, and I saw something on Facebook this week where they dropped off a lot of items at Moyock Elementary, and without your support, boy, you just don't realize the role you play with their schools, whether it's a yearbook ad or, I mean, it's just a lot that the community does for us. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Mr. Banks?
Yeah, it's just like to kind of emphasize what Ms. Rose just talked about. It's very comforting to go by a school and see a patrol car parked out front. Not thinking, my initial response was, especially when I was working there, what's wrong, what's happened? It's kind of reassuring to know that they're there and they're there all day for that reason. Also, I don't know whose idea it was to restripe the patrol car at the Currituck County High School with the mascot on that, but it was quite impressive to see that. Again, hats off to Chief Walker and Sheriff Bikert for filling those positions. As most of y'all know, I was in that profession for 30 years. I don't know how he did it. Because there are unique positions to fill, and talking to some of those, they're really engaged, especially with the little kids at the elementary school level. So hopefully that will continue.
Thank you. Ms. Parker?
Thank you. Thank you to all the citizens that came out tonight. We certainly appreciate our community members and their engagement, and to echo what Ms. Rose said, there's no way we could do what we do within our school system if we did not have the community support. You fill the gaps that are there, and we appreciate you so much. In particular, to the Women's Club, please know that your generosity does not go unnoticed, and we appreciate you so much. Just as we continue in the school year, parents, please continue to be engaged. I know myself and other board members continue to get phone calls and know that we're here to listen, but I'm going to give my monthly speech that I give. Use the chain of command. We are absolutely willing to take your call, but the chain of command is important because you need to allow your school the opportunity to solve the problem. And that chain of command is really there because it holds employees and the school system accountable. So I think sometimes people get confused when we can't rush in to solve things, but then that really puts us in a difficult situation. And legally, we should not be involved because then we have to recuse ourselves should something come to the board. So when we encourage that, just know we're encouraging that because that system is really there to help our schools problem solve. Because Dr. Lutz and Ms. Dowdy cannot run every school every day. That's why they've hired capable principals to do that. Just allow them to solve those problems. And Scarlett mentioned some data, so I would ask Dr. Lutz if we could have a presentation on our school data and our growth that just came out. I think that information would be beneficial to the board and to the community if we could get that presented. So thank you.
Okay. Ms. Peters?
Well, yes, as we've been discussing, I spent today going to most of our elementary schools and met all of our SRO officers, and it is a great feeling knowing they're there. It's exciting to see how engaged they are with the students. I know they're all kind of taking in different roles, and eventually they'll probably be more standardized, but it is a great feeling, and we hope that they are all there as extra support and not having to do what they're there for. But so we appreciate that. Of course, I went to a couple football games. That's exciting. Our athletics are in full swing. So good job to all of that. I know that's an important role. Again, with transportation, we know it's tricky. I think tomorrow, Dr. Lutz said, we have almost a dozen bus drivers out. So I know our communications is doing a great job getting that out, but that department is busy all the time. And please, if you know people who want to be a bus driver, let them know to apply, even if it's just part-time to drive athletics. I think we're in need of that as well, to get all of our teams to where they need to go. And of course, I just hope everyone stays safe with the weather tomorrow. Sometimes these backdoor sneak up storms prove to be dangerous for us here. So everyone be safe tomorrow. And that's all I have.
Okay. Dr. Lutz?
Yeah, that forecast changed several times today before we decided to to an early release tomorrow. So thank you for the patience in the community. We will have a board presentation on all of our school report cards next week, along with data. Some maybe got shared a little bit too soon today because it's not official yet, so it really shouldn't be out there at this point in time, but lessons learned. All right. In the notes already on that one. Okay. Caught that too. Cogni update. The executive summary was submitted on August 31st. Our instructional coaches, literacy specialists, Brittany Bearfield, Virginia Arrington, and Ms. Dowdy have completed the student engagement observation training and have started observations. These observations will continue into December. It's part of the process. Student accountability data is the next piece of information a team will gather and analyze. And most importantly, stakeholder surveys will be open October 9th through the 20th. Survey groups include educators, middle, high school students, elementary school students, and families. We'll make sure we push that out on the web as well and make sure that families are well aware that we're gathering input. Let's see. We had a great start to the year. As smooth as it possibly could be. This is our second weather-related interruption inside of 4 weeks. But we weathered it, no pun intended, quite well. The last time I anticipate more of the same. I see a great deal of focus in our schools. I'm very pleased to see what I'm watching when I go into buildings right now. I've heard it from numerous board members, teachers, and from the principals as well. I think there's a great deal of focus on teaching and learning, and that's where we will continue to remain. Once again, Moyock Women's Club, thank you for all you've done for the past 10 years and for the past 100. We can't do it without you. Thank you.
So I also appreciate all that the Moyock Women's Club has done this year and what they have always done and will continue to do. They're invaluable to us. I did visit all the schools this past month, and I met most of our SROs. This seems to be the night of the Sheriff's Department. I saw that Officer Curran was reading to a group of second graders, and then Deputy West and K-9 Brutus joined in. The students enjoyed that. Also, a big thanks to Captain Smith and K-9 Corrado, is that how I say it?
Coronado.
Who stopped in to Not Silent Elementary for a visit. In addition to safety for these SROs, what I've seen is them interacting with the students. And as far as I'm concerned, that's invaluable. The connections that they're going to make, and I see them walking around in the cafeteria. I went in Not Silent. He was in the gym with them. So just, we're really grateful for that. And also a big thank you to our Currituck Sheriff's Department for sponsoring the coloring book contest. I can't wait to see the coloring book, so that's going to be really exciting. And with that said, I just thank you so much. I did go to all the schools, and I did say this at our work session that I wanted to really tell the principals and for them to share how much I appreciated. Our schools look wonderful. Our teachers are engaged. Everything just really looks good, and it just shows their hard work over the work days that they had. So I really appreciate that. With that said, do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Have a nice night. Meeting is adjourned.